The opinions expressed in this show are the views of the host and not necessarily that of WTRW, 94.3 The Talker, or the Bold Gold Media Group.
The following presentation is paid for by Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate, who is solely responsible for its content. Portions transcribed.
All Century 21 real estate offices are independently owned and operated.
Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome to the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker. I'm Jackie Ruddy, broker, and with Pat Devaney, my husband, fellow realtor. Good morning, and how are you?
I'm doing well. And how are you?
Fantastic.
Okay.
It's a new year.
I know. Another year.
Yes, and this is your favorite time of the year because you have a whole list of goals.
Yes.
You are, right?
Resolutions
And goals. What are they?
I'll never make another resolution. That's my first one.
Mm-hmm. No, you really don't believe in that.
No, I don't believe in that.
Yeah, New Year,
maybe I'll buy
fresh
another car. You know what? I'm going to buy another car.
No,
and I'll
I don't
restore
like that
one.
one. I don't
Since
like
I just
that.
finished the other one. That's great. That's a great idea. I'm so glad we had this conversation.
No.
Yes. Another car. Yeah.
I don't like that at all. But I asked. So
yes, you did.
Never ask a question you don't want the answer for, okay, people? If whether you're married or not and you're in a relationship.
Right. You never know what a kid is going to say.
No, you never know. That's my own fault. With us today is Nicole Shapiro, recycling coordinator, Marky Ann Muncie, public relations specialist. These ladies are with the Lackawanna County Environmental Office. Thank you for joining us.
Hello. Thanks for having us. Hi.
We're here every Saturday at 11 a.m., Sunday at 11:30 a.m., where we review many real estate topics. We have a full-time real estate office with many exceptional realtors who've been advising, assisting, and guiding clients in real estate matters for over 50 years.
During the week, feel free to email us with any questions you have at questions@jruddy.com. That's questions@jruddy.com. Or you can give us a call at 570-344-6724. And when you go to jruddy.com, click on the webcam tab and get a live view of what's going on at Dunmore Corners. How many agents do we have?
Almost 40.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're growing.
It's growing,
Lots of bilingual people. We're doing really well.
Yes, we are. And a great year. And despite what the news says, and the news sometimes just doesn't get it right. Imagine that.
No.
But they, have it every day is, sky is falling, right? But we had a fantastic, phenomenal year last year. 2025 was really good. We exceeded our goals. Yearly, we have office goals, and then the agents have their own goals. So we exceeded those. We did well, and, we're looking at 2026 as a very bright year. Marky Ann and Nicole, do you have goals that you want to share with us? Make it through another day, another week? You have a bumper sticker that you're going to
the bumper sticker's coming. And it's going to say recycle jugs.
Bottles, jars, and jugs.
Bottles, jars, and jugs.
Or bottles, jars, and cans.
There we go. I think I feel a TikTok coming.
Yeah. We would like to... I have a lot of work goals. Personal goals, keep my son alive for another year. That would be great. We made it. He's going to be turning 1 soon. My first one, and I think we did. And we'll have another one.
Pat wants to make a goal for you, Nicole.
Yeah.
Your husband called.
For work, though, just to continue having our events. We like to still have our electronic recycling grant, our hazardous waste event, our tire recycling. So just those are our goals, just kind of, and maybe add something new in our, we have our Earth Day event. So just keep offering great programs. That's our goal, right?
I know what Marky Ann's professional goal is.
What's my professional goal?
Increase the likes on Facebook so people know when these events are so that you don't receive a call saying, I missed the event after you posted it 50 times.
Oh, yeah. That happens a lot. Get a call literally the Monday after an event, and they're like, oh, my gosh, I have this. And I'm like, there was an event.
You just missed it.
There was an event this weekend. You just missed it. And then I have to be like, well, there's no other place for you to take it, so you have to hold on to it until next event. And then I say, follow our Facebook, because that's where it's posted first. And then it gets out more and more and more.
But we still do, for anyone who's not on Facebook, we still
do
newspaper
Goes
too.
on the county
And
website.
usually there'll be an article or to a story or an ad in there. So we try to cover.
And we post flyers to try and get the word out
Yeah,
as well.
Do you do a newsletter? Is it posted on the Lackawanna County page?
No, but that's a great idea. Wow, we have
They
two.
post it on the county page.
So there's a county newsletter.
Well, you guys of the environmental office can do your own newsletter, right? Or you could do the environmental corner. If the Lackawanna County does a newsletter, you can
Yes.
get a little corner in that page, and you can post your news and your events there.
That'd be a great idea. They do have a news section on the website, but something to highlight what everybody's doing. I feel like a lot of people always, you have your county government, but there are some exceptional people who work for the county, and there are amazing programs that I didn't even know about until I worked for the
Yeah,
county.
get it streamlined. Get it all in
So,
one spot so that people know where to go. And if they have 50 places to go, you're going to always, there's going to be something that's missed, right?
Let me ask you something. You said about an electronics grant?
Yeah, so our office funds about 7 electronic recycling events a year throughout the county. So, all right. So the grant started, I think we're going to be on our 4th year. Before that, it's really hard to recycle electronics.
Yes, it is.
No, it's a law, though.
That's a huge, you have an event that's the electronic recycling. I guarantee that it'll be a mob scene. Because people take it from me, garages full of things that need to go that they can't put out at the curb.
We avoid doing one-day county-wide events because of that.
You must get overrun.
So yes, there have been some events. I might be scarred a little from them. Whenever I hear electronics recycling, I might flinch. So we fund smaller ones throughout the year. So a few years ago, before the grant, there might have been 1 or 2.
Right.
Now we have even if they're not getting the grant, they're still having them. So we have 10 or 11. I think the most recent one, the city of Scranton, they just had one, and there's a couple of municipalities looking to have permanent drop-offs. So they're working with the DEP so that instead of a one-day event, there's a couple of municipalities that are going to take them year-round for their residents. So that's a new trend happening. I'd love to see all municipalities do that. But again, it costs some money. There's some time and effort to put into it. But I think it's now maybe getting a little bit easier, I'm going to say. I wouldn't say that a few years ago, but we definitely have a lot more resources and outlets.
Because I remember I tried to get rid of a TV one time, and I had to pay to get rid of it. It was one of those big old TVs, and I was like, well, that could be very discouraging to a lot of people.
Yes.
So then we bought a TV through one of the big box stores, and they said they pick up and take away your old TV, which was huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
There's only about one store I know of that still does that. There is a charge because we don't have anywhere in the area that actually takes them, dismantles them, breaks them down. So they're always going to have to be transported somewhere else. So it's really just a transportation fee. I think there used to be a place in Pittston that recycled the glass and stuff from the big TVs. That's gone. Any places we had here kind of left or, went out of business.
So if anybody wants to know where one of these are, they should follow you.
Yes, follow
you
our
on Facebook.
page.
And what is it? What is your Facebook page again?
Lackawanna County Environmental Office.
Right.
And
just to follow it is just a click, right?
Yeah.
That's it? It's just...
And you could still, I don't even think you have to be a Facebook member to preview the page. So all of our most recent stuff you should be able to see. But even the county page does a great job of sharing our stuff. They do a good job of
reposting.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And they obviously have a bigger following.
Okay. Well, that's good. So what would you say current recycling programs are most underutilized that you would wish people knew more about? How can residents take full advantage of them? What would the event be that maybe you're not seeing as much response as you would like?
Our tire recycling event, we have
Really?
We have it every fall, and over the years we've gotten either we're just doing that great and there's not as many tires, which I doubt. Which I doubt heavily.
I have tires for you.
So we do one every fall, but we haven't been seeing a really large turnout for it. We used to do, like, the county itself used to have 2 days where we'd collect, and now we do 1 day. And then, of course, we still have our satellite drop-offs that people have and stuff.
So do you have to pay to give them to take the tire?
Yeah, it's $3.
$3? That's cheap.
Yeah, it's not too bad. And
of course, the tires are around. I see my neighbors got them, and I think it's I know it's a breeding ground for mosquitoes. The water gets in there and it never leaves. Having the tires around, it's downright.
Try to sell a house with a backyard full of tires.
How does that go?
It doesn't. You know, so
and then when they burn for like 5 days, so you can't have a tire fire.
No.
The thing too is, if you have like dumped tires, like if you did a cleanup, you did a community cleanup, we'll take those tires free of charge because you cleaned up like an area. Anything on private property, obviously, whoever owns that property would have to pay for the proper disposal of those.
And the tires have to be clean; they can't be full of mud, right?
Yeah, they can't be too dirty. If they're really muddy or dirty, they're $4, $5 a tire. And then also for tires with the rim, it's $10 if you utilize this event. But we use our discretion. So, like, if your tire is kind of dirty, you'll be fine. You don't have to hose down your tire so it looks like a brand new tire to get the $3 charge. It's not necessary.
I remember I had a garage I cleaned out 2 years ago, and there was a lot of tires in there and tires with rims. I filled up my truck, and I went to some place in Monroe County. It was a recycling center down there, and I paid them to take the tires. It was very cheap. It was like $2 or $3, and it was like $5 or $10 for the ones on the rims. But I was just happy to get rid of them.
Yeah, they are a health risk to the community. I mean, we get some funding from the West Nile virus coordinator, and he helps with, again, the funding process because of the fact that they become breeding grounds for mosquitoes. And as we know, West Nile virus is something that we monitor in the county, so it's a really big deal.
Well, we want clean, healthy communities, and this is what recycling really boils down to, right? I mean, this is in sustainability and environmental impact and harm. We don't want the harm. So that's good. Now, it's once a year usually, this event that you guys have?
Yes, and it's a week long usually.
Oh.
It goes on for about a week.
In the county?
Yeah, so there's drop-offs around the county. So
in the fall?
Yes, and anyone could use them. So, whatever municipality is having a drop-off, you can go to that municipality whether you live in that municipality or not. You just have to be a county resident.
Very good. Okay.
So we have these events to not only, obviously, it's an environmental impact, right? Cleaning everything up. But I also think people don't look at it from this angle too much. Has to do a lot with aesthetics and mental health. And I think that it could be tied into real estate because someone's not going to want to buy a house where there's a lot of blight, obviously.
Trash.
Dumped tires, electronics on the sides of the roads.
Right.
So, we want people to come to the county and, and visit and buy homes here. And we hope that our events, allow for an outlet for people. So instead of being like, oh, I have this, TV or this tire, well, I don't know what to do with it. I'm just going to, dump it or, throw it in the woods. Well, they see our ads, where they are on Facebook and be like, oh, you know what? There's an event coming up, it's right down the road or, we try to, again, have multiple spots for these things.
Make it easy.
Yeah. That's we would try to make recycling accessible with what we can do.
Well, if it's easy and it doesn't cost too much and you can just drop and go.
Yes.
I mean, that's key, right? Mm-hmm. That's why people want to participate. Usually people don't want to have to pay to discard their garbage.
What about appliances? You guys do? recycling with the appliances, any of that, or no?
So a lot of appliances. So electronics. We talk about recycling their TVs and computers, anything that would plug into those items. Appliances are like fridges, dishwashers, air conditioners. So a lot of scrap yards. I don't know what the difference is. I should know, but scrap yards take a lot of appliances. So they'll take like it's a washing machine's a lot of metal.
You put a washing machine out at the curb.
It's gone.
Yeah,
it's
you'll
gone
get the
by
scrap. The guys coming by
and then the junky pickup truck picks it up and takes it.
The wiring and stuff. So we don't have as big as a problem, in my opinion, with appliances because we have a lot of scrap yards who'll take appliances, but they won't take electronics. The only issue is some of them have Freon,
right,
the refrigerant.
A refrigeration, right? They'd have to be evacuated or.
Certain power companies, they do rebate programs. So PPL is a big company in our area. They do a rebate program. So they'll actually come to your house if you're a customer and you have a fridge. I think it still has to be like working, like it plugs in and turns on. They will come and take that. And then anything smaller you have, like an AC unit, and they'll actually give you money back.
Towards the purchase of a new one? Is that how it works?
They just give you a check.
Oh, they will?
My grandmother did it, and it worked. They came to the house. They took her air conditioner and her old fridge, and I think she got like $30 in the mail.
And she didn't have to pay to get rid of it.
No, and they did it for her, which was huge. Like, because we get calls all the time. People don't have a car. They don't have help. So I thought that was great.
So you just have to be a PPL customer.
Yes.
Okay. So, we usually deal with an appliance company that takes our appliances free of charge,
Right.
So
well, that's great too.
But there's people who have how many
Right.
times you go in a garage and a guy's got 2 or 3 refrigerators out there.
Yeah.
Or they're going
Right.
to keep the old washing machine for some reason.
Right.
Or the old stove.
I think that a local business took ours when we bought our new fridge through them. They took our old one. So again, I think appliances are not as big as an issue, thankfully, than like your TVs and computers.
Yeah, the TVs are
The
tough.
TVs and computers are big.
I'm worried about getting rid of a computer, because you're saying, oh, I have this sensitive information on there.
Just smash it.
Yeah.
Just take the hard
No,
drive
really,
out
that's a
and
good idea.
give it a good whack, and you'll be fine.
Yeah. So, a lot of people do home improvement. It's a big part of home ownership, right? Yeah. So, remodel this, remodel that. A lot of people reuse when they remodel their kitchen. They take those cabinets, they'll put it in a garage
Absolutely.
or they'll put it in the lower level,
yes.
right? They'll reuse it, repurpose it. But, sometimes they don't want it. They don't have room for it. They don't have another need for it. So instead of it going into the dumpster, are there renovation materials that can be recycled?
Yes. So there are, through Habitat for Humanity, they have businesses or, places of business called Restores, I believe it's called. And you can donate building materials and things from renovations, and then they'll turn around and they'll sell it to those in need for a super discount. It's like the Goodwill, but for building materials and construction materials. So we do have one in Luzerne County, so not too far away. So I always recommend that to people. Anything like old windows and mirrors,
doors.
Put them on Facebook Marketplace. And there's also some salvage companies who, if you have an old home, they want to come and they might want to take some stuff from it, like anything like architecturally like interesting. And then for bigger projects, there's a database on Pennsylvania Recycling Market Center. So that's a database that we work with and we use. They actually have a search. So if you have a lot, like say you're a business, or you're doing a huge home renovation and you have a lot of materials that you need to recycle, you could search that material and it'll pop up everywhere in the state that'll accept it.
Nice.
Yes.
What's that website again?
It's on the Pennsylvania Recycling Market Center. So just Google that. It's PENNRMC.org.
Great stuff. With us today, Nicole Shapiro, Recycling Coordinator, Mark-Ann Muncy, Public Relations Specialist. They're from the Lackawanna County Environmental Office. How does someone get in touch with the Lackawanna Environmental Office, please?
They can call our office at 570-963-2017. And Nicole is extension 1 and I'm extension 2. We also have a Facebook, and it's Lackawanna County Environmental Office. You also can email us at shapiron@lackawannacounty.org or muncym@lackawannacounty.org.
Thank you. Stick around for more Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker. Will resume right after a short break. When considering to sell or buy a home, why choose Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate? Let me tell you why. 70% of home buyers settle for the first agent they meet, and many regret it. 90% of home sellers hire an agent, but was it the right choice? Don't have agent remorse. I'm Jackie Ruddy, and I've been in and around the real estate business for most of my life. And at Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate, we've been selling real estate for half a century. But we do not do it halfway. You deserve better than average. Average doesn't help you. We know it's all about you and what you need. Century 21 is the #1 in brand awareness, is the most recognized name in real estate, and is the most respected in the industry. In this market, if you dream big, you need to move fast. So it makes perfect sense to contact Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate, 570-344-6724, and visit jready.com. That's JRUDDY.com. Welcome back to the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker. With us today, Lackawanna County Environmental Office, we have Nicole Shapiro, Recycling Coordinator, and Mark-Ann Muncy, Public Relations Specialist. We're having a great conversation about remodeling and where people, there's a database that they can go to if they have, if they're renovating and they have materials that they want to dispose of. There are places in the state where they could take these materials if they don't want to throw them in the dumpster.
You know how many windows I've thrown out? When I've replaced windows throughout the years, I think, and they were all nice windows.
Beautiful windows.
Yeah, I wouldn't break them.
Floor-to-ceiling windows.
Yeah, that we just, what am I going to do with them? They 7-foot windows just in the dumpster.
And it's actually interesting. We get a lot of calls for recycling windows. So again, we talked about when we were last on here that a lot of our education is curbside windows, even though they're glass, they have other materials or chemicals added to it, right. You know, that makes it a window and makes it durable. So it's not recyclable in your curbside bins because that stuff is only pure glass. So there's nothing added to it. Bottles, jars, jugs, cans. So it's a good point that you brought that up because we get a lot of calls for mirrors and windows. Again, somebody might take them to repurpose them, but do not put them out for your curbside recycling.
But on break, you even mentioned that these are hot items for these people that put on weddings.
Yes, yeah, weddings, any like big events. They love to do seating charts on them. If you have like an older window, it's even better. I feel like if it's like has some like scratched paint on it. I've been to a few weddings where
you would have loved a wedding I went to recently. It was a 200 and some odd year old house, and everything was scratched and so it was beat. Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Get back. Mirrors, like they'll put the welcome sign. They'll paint on a mirror. So. Honestly, I say if you have something interesting or old, put it on Facebook. Put it on Facebook Marketplace. We'd say reducing and reusing comes before recycling. So if you could reduce your waste, reuse something to reduce, you know.
If you put it on Facebook and said free outside of 1 Main Street, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It'll be, as soon as you hit send, well, post, what's the correct button? Post? It's the post button, right?
Submit.
It's gone.
They'll even take a picture. They'll put it on the curb. And I've seen posts that they'll take a picture of the curb and post that. and just say free and the address, and people will just run to the curb. And it's, I mean, there's a lot of social media could be good or bad, but I definitely think in our industry it's good.
Right. And
if people follow you.
Yeah.
Like,
right,
comment,
Marky?
like, comment, and follow.
And share.
Share, that's right. Share it.
Share, why not?
Estate sales are becoming more popular. Yard sales. There's
some
so
good
many
finds,
groups.
right?
Yeah.
That's how I got hooked onto I use a percolator in the morning. Pat came home, 30 years ago with the percolator, and I haven't turned back. I'm sold on the percolator.
Oh,
yeah.
She loves a perk
They
coffee.
don't make them today like they used to, but what do they make?
Is
like
it a glass or a metal one?
Metal.
It's the stainless steel with the little glass cap on the top, and you can see it. And
Yeah. Nothing
the
like
coffee's done in 5 minutes.
Pat refuses to drink that coffee. It's a little too strong for him. Now, you say bottles, jars, and jugs, right?
And cans.
Okay, and cans. So what about candles? They come in glass.
Those aren't recyclable either.
They're candle jars.
Yeah, but that's a good point, but they have, I guess if they're like in a mason jar, you could probably recycle it.
And if you clean it.
Yeah, but if it's in like the decorative, like smooth glass container, I'll call it, those can't be recycled because they got stuff added to them.
Mm-hmm.
So for glass recycling, we just say anything that had a food or beverage in it prior, so like a fancy soda, some adult drinks, and things like that. Jelly, some sauce comes in glass. I know a lot of people did away with glass and now they're switching to plastic, but anything that had food or beverage for glass could be put in your recycling bin.
Okay. Yeah, I thought of candles and I said, I bet they're not, because
people reuse them all the time. People clean the wax out, whatever's left of it, and they'll use it for like their makeup brushes or to hold paint brushes. Like people reuse them, so there's a way to reuse them. Get creative with it.
Okay. Well, the last thing, and we don't have a lot of time, but it's a big conversation, and you may have a lot to say or a little. But what about food waste, compost programs, best practices for homeowners? Like, do you have any tips in terms of neighborhoods and individuals?
We don't have the ability to have like a countywide like compost program, at least for now.
That's the third idea I leave you with today.
Yeah. Okay. But there are ways to still try and compost. Like I know my dad personally has like a compost little can on the counter that he will put stuff in. So you can buy little containers to collect your compost in. And then if you have a garden, then you could compost it. I know that's not very feasible for people who live in a city. So I'm not too sure what someone who lives in a city, what they should do. Because again, you don't want to disturb your neighbors because sometimes compost could be a little stinky. So, you could buy a little container, try composting in your backyard if you want to. But other than that, it's kind of...
Check out the county maybe in the near future, if they might have a
like in a decade, like
initiative on the horizon.
Yeah,
put it on the bumper sticker.
We've definitely want to get into like a DIY composting workshop. There are we even put in there are a lot of competitive grants we put into for it. Unfortunately, we didn't get them, but we
keep trying.
We'll try again. But
right.
I think it's a really important community composting. There are some public gardens. There's the Greenhouse Project at NAOG.
Yes,
they do a lot with it.
Mm-hmm.
Penn State Master Gardeners have a lot of education. So
there's information out there.
There's information out there for sure.
Nicole Shapiro, Recycling Coordinator, Mark Ann Muncie, Public Relations Specialist, both with Lackawanna County Environmental Office. What's the phone number there, please?
570-963-2017. You can find us on Facebook, Lackawanna County Environmental Office, or you can send us an email, shapiron@lackawannacounty.org or munciem@lackawannacounty.org.
Thank you, ladies. Happy New Year to our listeners.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for joining the Real Estate Roundtable. We'll be back next Saturday at 11 a.m., Sunday at 11:30 a.m. on 94.3 The Talker.